Okay, let's dive into this, because I think we've all been there. You felt that sudden, cold jolt of panic when you realize you have absolutely no idea what the name of the person standing right in front of you is. Well, this explainer is for you. You know that exact moment, right? It's not just on the tip of your tongue, it has completely vanished. And what happens next is this little piece of, I don't know, improvised theater where you're trying every trick in the book to get them to say their name again without you having to ask. It's awkward. For years, you've probably just told yourself, "Ugh, I'm so bad with names," or maybe even that you're a little bit careless or rude. But what if I told you it's not a character flaw at all? The truth is, there's something really specific and actually pretty fascinating happening inside your brain, and we're going to get into exactly what that is. So, here's the absolute core of the problem. That moment you meet someone new, your brain isn't just calmly filing their name away in a little folder. Nope, it's actually in a state of what you could call cognitive chaos. Think about it like this. Your prefrontal cortex is basically a juggler. In that 1 second, it's trying to keep all these social cues up in the air. It's reading their face, registering their tone, scanning the room, calculating social dynamics, and right in the middle of all that, someone just tosses in another ball. A single, totally random sound like Kevin. And that's the issue. To your super busy brain, that name, Kevin, doesn't actually mean anything, yet. It's just this isolated piece of data with zero connections. Your brain is way too occupied managing the real, live interaction to babysit one meaningless bit of information, so it just drops it. All right, let's look at the first key piece of evidence that just illustrates this so perfectly. It's a really famous psychological concept, and it's called the Baker-Baker paradox. Okay, so in a classic study, researchers found that people were way more likely to remember that a person's profession was a baker than if their last name was Baker. It's the exact same word. So what's going on here? Well, it all comes down to connections. The job baker instantly lights up this whole web of ideas in your brain. You're thinking of bread, the smell of flour, a warm oven, maybe even a white hat. But the name baker, it's semantically empty. It connects to absolutely nothing. It's a dead end, so your brain just lets it go. See, your brain is built for efficiency. It holds on to things that have meaning. Think about it like this. Years after a funeral, you might remember the way someone's voice cracked during a story, but you are definitely not going to remember the printed font on the program. A new name is just like that printed text. It doesn't have any real meaning. Yet. But, there's another really big piece to this puzzle. It's not always just about meaning. For a lot of us, this is actually a preoccupation problem, not a memory problem. It's called the next in line effect. This is especially common if you tend to have a little bit of social anxiety or just a very, very active inner monologue. Your brain is already so busy thinking about the next thing, what you're going to say, what you're going to do, that it completely fails to process what's happening in the current moment. So while someone is literally telling you their name, your brain is hosting its own frantic internal talk show. It's screaming questions at you. Are you making enough eye contact? Was that handshake too weird? Oh my gosh, what are you going to say next? It's not that you weren't listening. It's just that your own internal narrator completely bulldozed over their name as it was coming in. So with all that said, let's deliver the final verdict on our original question. What does this all really mean about you and your brain? And here it is. This is the big takeaway. Forgetting a name is not a sign that your memory is broken or that you're a careless person. It's actually a sign that your brain is intensely focused on something else entirely. Turns out, people who are bad with names are often highly associative thinkers. You might not remember the arbitrary label, the name, but you remember the important stuff, right? You remember the texture of the conversation, a story they told that really stuck with you, or the specific way their eyes lit up when they laughed. Your brain is prioritizing the emotional and contextual stuff. And all of this leads us to the final, and I think most important reframe. It is time to stop the shame spiral around this for good. Let this really sink in for a second. You are not forgetting the person. You are just forgetting the random syllable assigned to them. Your brain is busy doing something way more important. It's trying to piece together the patterns and the feelings of who that person actually is. You're prioritizing the person over their label. So the next time a name escapes you, instead of feeling guilty, maybe ask yourself this: what rich, meaningful, real stuff did my brain choose to hold on to instead? It's time to appreciate that your brain might just be wired for deep connection, not for simple data entry.